Hello everyone, I'm Dan Philgreen, and this is Shell Point Today for Monday, March 31st. On today's show, Ann Wharton previews tonight's movie presentation, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. We'll also head out to the pool to learn about the newest aquatic exercise class now being offered, Aquatic Pilates Stretch. But first, we have a lot of headlines this Monday, and it starts with an event that didn't make it into the weekly reminder. Don Boren and Leslie Brand have planned a motivational event that can help you set your Life Quest goals and stick to them. The Life Quest Building a Pillar of Strength event happens this morning at 10 a.m. in the Grand Cypress Room. There's no cost, and all are welcome. Also this morning, technical guru Brian Gainey will be answering questions about all technology, not just computers, but also cell phones, printers, and smart TVs. His technical Q&A takes place this morning at 10:15 in the Osprey Room on the island. This afternoon, the Shell Point Singers rehearse for the final time this season, getting ready for their big concert on Thursday. Your friends and neighbors and the Singers have been practicing all spring, and their musical selections for spring all include critters from Pop Goes the Weasel to Grasshopper. Don't miss this free performance this Thursday at 7:15 p.m. in the church auditorium. And tonight, it's another free musical show starring 7 cowboys and 7 pretty ladies. It's the 1954 classic 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, playing tonight at 6:45 p.m. in the Social Center on the island. Ann Wharton has this preview.
Hello again. I'm Ann Wharton, and welcome to Real Review. For Monday's movie, we will be showing the 1954 musical 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. The film blends a warm and comic yarn about the rustic romances of a family of Oregon pioneers, with strikingly imaginative choreography and a terrific musical score. Our story starts out with a backwoodsman named Adam, played by Howard Keel, coming into town in search of a bride. He sees hard-working Millie, played by Jane Powell. After knowing each other for only a few hours, Millie agrees to marry Adam. On returning to his cabin in the mountains, Millie is surprised to learn that Adam is one of 7 brothers living under the same roof. The brothers have been named alphabetically from the Old Testament and in chronological order. Their names are Adam, Benjamin, Caleb, Daniel, Ephraim, Frank, short for frankincense, the Old Testament having no names beginning with F, and Gideon. All of the brothers have red hair and are well over 6 feet tall, except for the youngest, Gideon, who is played by Russ Tamblyn. He is the youngest and the shortest of the brothers. Millie teaches Adam's rowdy, ill-behaved younger brothers manners and social mores. She also shows them how to dance. At first, the brothers have a hard time changing from mountain men ways, but eventually each comes to see that the only way he will get a woman of his own is to do things Millie's way. They are able to test their new manners at a barn raising where they meet 6 women. They are Dorcas, Ruth, Martha, Liza, Sarah, and Alice. And the women take a fancy to the brothers as well. The women, however, already have suitors from the town who jealously taunt the brothers. Winter arrives with the 6 younger brothers pining for the women. Adam tells them that they should stop moping around and take whatever action is necessary to get the women back. Aided by Adam, the brothers kidnap the women and then cause an avalanche so that they cannot be followed by the townspeople. They have, however, forgotten to kidnap a preacher. Millie is furious at Adam, as are the women that have been kidnapped. Millie consigns the brothers to the barn with the rest of the livestock, while the women live in the cabin. Under the direction of Michael Kidd, whose dance creations are a combination of ballet and acrobatics, and a knockdown, drag-out fight he conjured up with a barn raising scene. The choreography of Mr. Kidd makes dance numbers out of such mundane frontier pursuits as chopping wood and raising a barn. To perform the electrifying dance numbers and grueling sequences, choreographer Michael Kidd wanted dancers to portray all 6 of Adam's rough-and-tumble brothers. But MGM insisted that the actors already under contract to MGM be used as well. Jeff Richards, a former baseball player, and young Russ Tamblyn, a gymnast, were cast as 2 of the brothers. The other 4 brothers were portrayed by professional dancers. You may be surprised to learn that the wood chopping scene was filmed in a single take. MGM was much less interested in 7 Brides for 7 Brothers than it was in Brigadoon, which was also filming at the same time. MGM even cut the budget for 7 Brides for 7 Brothers and gave the money to Brigadoon. The dresses worn by the female cast were made from old quilts that were found at the Salvation Army. 7 Brides for 7 Brothers was nominated for several Academy Awards and won for Best Musical Score. The United States National Film Registry selected 7 Brides for 7 Brothers as being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. You will enjoy Howard Keel, whose baritone is as big and as impressive as his frame, and Jane Powell, who sings and acts to the pioneer manner born. 7 Brides for 7 Brothers will be shown on Monday at 6:45 p.m. in the Social Center on the island. Be sure to get your popcorn and soda and enjoy this classical musical film. See you all at the movies.
If you like music, then you're definitely going to love the final event in the Shell Point Concert Series. It's a concert and conversation session with world-class pianist Young Ah Tak, who has been referred to as a thrilling blend of fury and finesse. Originally from Korea, her expertise is unquestioned, having received training at 3 distinguished institutions: the Juilliard School, New England Conservatory, and the Peabody Institute at Johns Hopkins University. In her hands, the piano works of the master composers come alive. See her in person as Young Ah Tak performs at Shell Point 1 week from today on Monday, April 7th at 7 p.m. in the Grand Cypress Room. Your ticket includes dessert and mingling with the artist afterward, so get your tickets today at either service desk. Now, today is the last business day of the month, which means your new issue of Shell Point Life will be arriving in your mailboxes this afternoon. Be ready to sign up for your favorite events and activities for April by contacting the Island or Woodland service desks, starting tomorrow at 8:15 a.m. Of course, tomorrow is also another significant day. It's April 1st. Now, usually we at Shell Point TV celebrate April Fool's Day by playing a goofy fake story about an imaginary gerbil or replaying a world championship ping pong match, or showing a parade of bloopers from our less than stellar moments. However, this year we just don't have the energy, so tomorrow's show will be totally straightforward, and we pledge that you can trust all the stories on the air, which is more than you can say for most shows on television. Now, April 1st also means a new semester of the Health Connection, and that really is big news. Mary Franklin has assembled a full catalog of specialty fitness classes, health information seminars, and visits from local physicians, all to help you achieve your best in the 6 dimensions of wellness. Every day this week, we're going to highlight one of these Health Connection classes, starting anew this week. And we begin with a brand new class in a brand new location, the LifeQuest Aquatic Center. The new exercise pool has brought people out to enjoy the warm, shallow water and the power of aquatic exercise. Now, we're combining the best parts of Aquasize and the best parts of Pilates to create Aqua Pilates Stretch. This new class starts tomorrow at 1:30 p.m., and here's a taste of what you'll see.
I'm Mary Franklin with the Health Connection here at the fabulous new Aquatic Center, and our new instructor, Jane Fenzer, who will be teaching Aqua Pilates Stretch. This class is brought to you on Tuesdays and Thursdays starting April 1st from 1:30 to 2:15. It's a 45-minute class, and it costs just $5 each time. Jane, thanks for coming to Shell Point.
Oh, I love it out here, and look at the new facility. I just saw the pool today, and we're going to have fun. Aqua Pilates, some people wonder what it is. it's basically core, working with the core, lots of abdominals, and we'll practice the breathing, which is very important.
And so it's a class for anybody,
oh,
right?
Oh, yes. Anybody. Just put on your swimsuit and come on down.
When you get done with Pilates on land, you feel taller and straighter because it's the lengthening of your muscles. Same thing in the water, right?
Same thing in the water, and the water's very forgiving. The stretching, you can go further with the motions in the water. Consequently, at the end of the day, you'll be able to reach higher and do things that you never thought you'd be able to do.
And this class isn't your typical jump around water class. It's more fluid movements, correct?
Fluid movements throughout. We'll concentrate on the breathing.
Yes.
Breathe through the nose and breathe through the mouth. And abs in. I'll really concentrate on the core.
Now, Jane, you like to change your class up a little bit. But most of the time you'll be in this pool, the therapy pool. But every once in a while you may change class up and go use the other pool to get in a little bit deeper.
Yes, depending on who comes, what their needs are.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from, and what about your certifications, and where else are you teaching?
Okay, well, I'm originally from Ohio. Once I graduated from college, and then I took off and I became an airline flight attendant for many, many years.
Yes.
And then when I retired, I decided to come into the fitness industry. And I thought at that time, my age and who I was, I needed to be in the water. And I stuck in the water for the last 17 years, and I've been working at Gulf Harbor for 17 years.
Yes.
I started there before they even had a pool.
Right.
So that's where I come from, right down the road. But I'm really excited to be here at Shell Point.
Well, we're excited to have you here and excited for this new class. You can just come to the class. You don't have to sign up. Just come when you can on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Jane will go ahead and we'll charge your account. We'll just take a roster of who is here. And again, it's at 1:30 right here. So if you're ready to lengthen those muscles, improve your posture, work on your breathing, this is the class for you, and you have a professional in Jane to do it all for you. I'm Mary Franklin with the Health Connection. Make it a happy and healthy day.
Of course, that's not the only Health Connection class starting up this week. Several new classes are available starting tomorrow. Bend, Breathe, and Balance is an early morning rhythmic movements class. It's like yoga without the yoga. It happens every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 7:15 a.m. in the Island Health Club. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, it's the aforementioned Aqua Pilates stretch. Beginning on Wednesday, we offer our land-based Pilates stretch classes, where you stretch on a mat and strengthen your core muscles, improving flexibility. Pilates stretch happens Mondays and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. in the Island Health Club. The best part of all these fitness classes, there's no sign-up required. Just show up with your $5. But for those of you who sign up ahead of time, you can save money by purchasing classes in bulk. Just contact the service desk to learn more, or peruse the entire Health Connection catalog at www.shellpoint.net. For now, let's turn our attention to the radio and get a preview of this week's Channel 13 program, Listening to the Words.
Hello. On this edition of Listening to the Words, we'll look first at nature. As Henry Beston puts it, touch, love, and honor Earth's plains, hills, and seas. Barbara Mooney wrote, "This morning when I opened my window, the salt air took me in its arms." Lawrence Anthony pictures African elephants standing funeral watch, paying loving homage to their human friend. And Ellen Wells of Shell Point shares what she learned of life just while traveling between home and school. The final words go to Dave Barry, who answers his son's technical questions about stamping and mailing that thing called a letter. David Howenstein saying you'll not need a stamp or mailbox to watch Listening to the Words. Just tune in to Shell Point Channel 13 for the 30-minute radio program any day this week, airing at the top and then the bottom of each hour.
Welcome to the Happening segment of Shell Point TV. My name's Bev Chandley, and I'm here with Leslie Brand, and we're going to go over the activities that we offer for you here today. We're going to start out with the 9:15 game of billiards. That'll be in the Resident Activity Center on the island. Also at 9:15, we have pottery with instruction available in the pottery studio. And then we have one more 9:15 activity. It's virtual bowling, and that'll be held in the Resident Activity Center. At 10 o'clock, the Suzy Q boat will be going out to Matanzas for lunch. You do need to sign up for that trip. 10:15 is the time the technical questions and answer session with Brian Gainey will be in the Osprey Room on the island. The Disciple Men's Bible Study group will be in the game room of the Woodlands at 10:30. And then we have 10:45 table tennis clinic going on down in the Tarpon Room as our last activity of the morning. Now here's Leslie to tell you about the afternoon stuff going on.
Thank you, Bev. At 12 o'clock, we have Mahjong in the Sable Room at the Woodlands. 1:15, Scrabble, the Library Lounge on the island. Also at 1:15, we have table tennis in the Tarpon Room. And lastly, at 1:15, Tone Chimes in the Osprey Room. The Model Train Room will be open for tours from 1:30 to 3:30 down in the tunnel. 1:45, Health Connections, Balance and Mobility Training Level 1 in the Health Club. That class is currently full. The BDI Beat Club will meet at 2 o'clock in the Oak Room. 3 o'clock, Health Connections, Pilates Stretch in the Health Club. 3:15, Shell Point Singers Rehearsal in the Choir Room of the Village Church. 6:30, Duplicate Bridge in the Game Room. And tonight is movie night, The Seven Brides for Seven Brothers at 6:45. It is from 1954, so don't miss that in the Social Center on the island. Thank you for tuning in with us today. We hope you have a great Monday, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Terry Kolath with your Academy information for the 31st of March. At 10:30, the Anatomy of Words continues in the Oak Room of the Woodlands. This is the last day for the spring session of the Academy of Lifelong Learning. We are blessed to have such talented and accomplished residents in our community who also have the generosity of spirit to share their gifts as presenters in the Academy. I'm sure you will want to join me in a sincere thank you to everyone who presented this semester. Please look for your brochure for the summer session in your mailbox on Wednesday, April 16th. Registration begins the next day. I look forward to seeing you in an Academy class soon.
Menus for Monday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is roasted vegetable lasagna with garlic flatbread. The dinner special is home cooking night for $9.95, and the soup of the day is split pea. In the Island Cafe for lunch on Monday, the special is an Alpine chicken sandwich with fries for $7.25. The dinner special is grilled Southwest shrimp over mixed greens for $8.25, and the Palm Grill is closed on Mondays. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm Andy Hawkins, the senior pastor of the Village Church, and I'm here with Glenda Stephenson, our church administrator. And we're here to talk about Refresh and Renew, the project that we are engaged in to refresh our sanctuary, do all the renovations necessary to really bring the sanctuary up to date. And we're looking forward to that whole project. I think we are. It obviously involves a lot of adjustments, but let's talk about some of it. Glenda, you're very intimately involved with really all aspects of it. Let's start off with the finances. We started with a goal of?
Our goal was $1 million.
Okay, and how are we doing?
We are doing extraordinarily well. I'm so encouraged by that. As of this week, we're over $925,000. And a lot of that is already in our checking account. And so the rest is in commitments. We just have a little under $75,000 to go.
Well, that sounds terrific. I think we're going to. I think we can do it as well. So people have been very generous and responsive. Obviously, we still have a little bit of a gap to cover, but we trust as the Lord leads, we'll find those finances coming in.
Yeah, we're praying that last $75,000 will come in easily and well.
That's right.
And we trust trust that it will.
Good. And let's talk a little bit about the scope of the renovation. Tell us a little bit about the kinds of projects or the different aspects of the project that we're looking forward to doing this summer.
One of the major pieces of the project is going to be some lighting and electrical updating. That building desperately needs that at this point, and so they'll be taking down the ceiling in the sanctuary. They'll be redoing some of the electrical work, adding lighting, changing the lighting, and it will be much more controllable, and I think we'll appreciate that when it comes to worship and other events there at the Village Church.
Yeah, we use that facility for so many things. In addition to church services, obviously other kinds of activities in which greater house lighting would be valuable, and we're actually going to substantially increase the house lighting as a result of that project.
We are. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm sure residents will be very happy about that.
Yeah. And then a lot of cosmetic updating. It will involve paint. It will involve some accent treatments, some new carpet, chairs. The stage area will be redone. And so just a real lift to some of the appearance of our space. One of the things I'm also excited about is we'll be redoing the kitchen. We use that facility for so many events, and our kitchen is very substandard at this point, and so that's going to get a real nice upgrade as well, and I'm looking forward to that. We'll be doing the chapel, the hospitality room, doing some refreshment in the offices upstairs as well, so it's very comprehensive.
Now, if it's that comprehensive, obviously that means it's going to be a summer of adjustment, isn't it?
It will be. I've said the word for the summer is flexibility, because we are all going to just have to be flexible and work with things. It's really hard to schedule things rigidly because you don't know exactly how long every component of the project will take, and so we will be flexible. There may be some Sundays that we have to be flexible with where we hold service, but probably not many. We'll probably be a little bit more flexible with Wednesday night services and some of the other events that happen during the week so that we can just give them the green light to get to work and not have to stop, clean up, and all of that.
That's right. Now, the projected start date is May 1st, right? And obviously we'd like to see if we can get the project done, at least the bulk of it during the off season, during the summer months, and that's why we want to make sure that the workers have really I think a green light to work all the way through the week, and so their goal is always to try to finish a week's work up so that we can get back in there on Sundays. Occasionally there might not be a possibility to do that, but most of the time that's always the goal, right?
It is, and if there's an occasion where we have to be out for a week or 2 weeks, we will be communicating that in a number of different ways so people know what to expect.
That's right. And we would not have services. We would have services elsewhere and set those up accordingly.
We'll get creative.
Well, we will get creative, absolutely. Well, that's exciting. I'm looking forward to it, I think. I know it's going to be an adjustment on all of our parts, but at the same time, as we look down the road to recognize what the end result will be, I think it will be very satisfactory. I think not just the church, but the community at large will appreciate it because we do so many community events in this facility. So it's an exciting time, I think, and we're looking forward to it. And so thank you for sharing that with us, bringing us up to date, and periodically we'll involve some updates on the project, let you know what's happening, where we are financially, all those kinds of things. Probably every few weeks we'll give you an update as well on Refresh and Renew. Thank you for joining us here on Village Church Connections, and we hope to see you soon.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow as we visit the Living Healthy Discussion Group, which meets every Tuesday. We'll also meet Bob and Susan Strong, who found a professional niche combining business and counseling. Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Monday, March 31st. I'm Dan Filgrain, and from all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.